If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also, go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new album in the description. Let's talk about this Rolling Stone top 200 greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Whole situation going on, also concerning Cardi B. Maybe you've seen this on like social media or YouTube already, but Cardi just came out and also said something about this and gave her perspective on it. But definitely wanted to dive into that a little bit deeper today, so let's jump straight into this. So the Rolling Stone magazine released a list with the quote-unquote 200 greatest hip-hop albums of all time with the subtitle, "These are the albums that have defined hip-hop history, from Run DMC to Playboi Carti, from G-Funk to Drill, from Bronx to Houston, and beyond." So already quite a promising title. As a hip-hop fan, if I saw this, I would be like, oh yeah, let's click on this. Especially coming from an outlet like Rolling Stone that have proven credibility over decades of, magazine publishing and just work on their website and stuff like that. But of course, over the past 5 to 10 years, these older school music news outlets have lost some sort of, I don't want to say credibility, because there's still a big team of journalists behind, the individual articles and lists that they put together. So it's not like there's not expertise going into this, but just as, in the culture of hip hop, people have been feeling like they've been getting more and more out of touch as of recently. And this is once again proven by this list, because the list is good. The list is good. You can have your own opinions on a couple of them. I like that they didn't just fully go in on old stuff. They also included newer albums. For example, only in the top 10 or on place 11, we have Drake with Take Care. On, for example, place 6, it is My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. On place 5, it is To Pimp a Butterfly. So it's not like they only, got like old albums in there, and it's not like they only got new albums in here either. So I do like the diversity in the list. But then, you can always disagree about certain things. Oh, this should have gone above this, and this was not as important as this. But then when you go to number 16 of the top 200 greatest hip-hop albums of all time that have defined hip-hop history is Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy from 2018. Now, you've likely heard this album, debut record from Cardi B, who was, bursting into the scene back in 2018. I still remember listening to that. I think it was a flight to Italy, so I do have quite a vivid memory of when I first listened to this, and I liked the album. I thought it was better than what I expected from her. I liked that it wasn't just a couple of singles and trends that she was hopping on, but also got a little bit into some storytelling on the intro track, for example. But besides my review of that record, this should not be even on the list. The rest of this, whole 200 list are albums that you could argue, okay, they were important in hip-hop. Maybe at the time they dropped, they defined a change or different direction that hip-hop was heading into. Maybe they were a sign of the times so that they really defined what that specific era was about. But Cardi B, Invasion of Privacy from 2018, did none of that. It neither defined a new direction that hip-hop took that was mostly done also by the lesser-known underground artists during that time. It wasn't even a sign of the times that she was like really defining what maybe trap music from the South or drill music from New York was sounding like. It was a good album, but really nothing special. I always look at Cardi B like, okay, the next album she got to come through with something like really big, which I'm still hoping for, but this definitely not it. And of course, a lot of people like complain about this, because look at the list. Above her, so not above her and like better than her, but on place 17, so lower on the list, Kanye West, Yeezus. Just one step lower than that, Mad Villain, Mad Villainy. Then above that, we have, for example, DMX. We have UGK. Nas Illmatic is on place 24. And you cannot argue with me that Cardi B Invasion of Privacy was more important for hip-hop and defined hip-hop history more than Illmatic. That is just crazy. Also, Eminem is above there. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, Outkast. We have Mobb Deep on there. We have Tupac, All Eyes on Me. This seems like a joke. Like, this actually seems like a joke. So a lot of people were talking about this. A lot of people already said that they just put it on the list because they wanted to stir up controversy, or they wanted to just get attention, get more people heading over to Rolling Stone and paying for them or whatever, like a business side of move. But then it would again just be another proof that they are really not tapped into the culture, really not tapped into what defines hip-hop, what is actually important in hip-hop, and just kind of exploited that. I think enough light would have been shown on this list if Cardi B Invasion of Privacy was not on there. I can't guarantee that. Of course, I'm still making a video on this, but I'm just saying it's not like this list would have gone unnoticed. Cardi B also had a couple of things to say because she was on Lip Service, that Angela Yee podcast, and she talked about this. For example, she said, "They was dragging me like, how dare them put Cardi before Nas," like I just did. "I was like, oh my goodness, I just woke up and I'm getting my ass dragged. I didn't even ask for this. I do understand how people feel sentimental about things. I understand that, but it's like, I ain't asked for it. You know, I understand that people feel a certain type of way, but don't try to disrespect me or my work or my album because your mother listening to my stuff, your bitch was driving listening to Be Careful." So all of y'all, it's like, don't even try it. Of course, they're gonna use my name, but at number 16 before Biggie, because it's gonna start a stir. Yeah, it was like a setup. Y'all try to set me up. Rolling Stone, you trying to set me up. You got my ass dragged on a freaking Tuesday for no reason. So she's again kind of confirming that she was not even in on this. Like, that was another theory, like Cardi B, like, you know, paid them, or Cardi B had some connections and relationships to Rolling Stone that got her on this list. Nah, she said that it was actually none of that. That this was a setup by Rolling Stone so that they could get more views, more clicks on that list, and people talked about this. And I can't cap. I'm making a video about this as well. But this is like an anti-Rolling Stone video. I hope after this you go out of this and really question the authority or the credibility that Rolling Stone has. And we've done this a couple of times before, but I do think it's helpful to point that out again. So I think another important point is, no hate to Cardi B. We should not be hating Cardi B, being like, why is this bitch on here? Like, nah. Cardi B has nothing to do with this. She just put out the album. She never expected it to be on here. So it's like, why is it her fault that Rolling Stone or their journalists picked her album to be on this list? So please don't, go against Cardi B. Don't start a hashtag. Don't do nothing like that. Just accept the list as it is, but really question the credibility of Rolling Stone. That is my main point. So all of your thoughts on this, all of your, different opinions, different theories, whatever, view you got on this, I would really appreciate it if you post it in the comments, because it's the most interesting, part of this all. Let me know what you think about this. Do you think this was deserved? Where do you think Invasion of Privacy would have ranked if it was actually deserving to be on this list? And your thoughts on the credibility of Rolling Stone. Please let me know in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.